Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to fill out a unit circle without necessarily having to memorize it. So we're just going to look at some counting systems that's going to help us count our way around the unit circle. So it's called a unit circle because the radius here is 1 unit and it comes in increments of 30 degrees as well as 45 degrees. So to fill out the degrees on the unit circle, I'm going to start here at 0 degrees. And I'm going to count by 30s. So I've got 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120, 150, and then 180. And I'm halfway around the circle at 180 degrees. And then 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and 360 degrees all the way around a circle. Next, I'm going to count again by 45. So I have 0 and then 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270, 315, and 360. So I've counted by 30s to get all the way around, and then I've counted by 45s to get all the way around. Next, I'm going to do radians. So here at 0 degrees is also 0 radians. And where I counted by 30s, I'm going to count by sixths. Now, some of these fractions will have to be simplified. Okay, but I've got 1/6, and it's really 1 pi over 6, so pi over 6. Then 2/6 simplifies to 1/3, so that's pi over 3. 3/6 is 1/2, so that's pi over 2. 4/6 is 2/3, 2 pi over 3. 5/6, 5 pi over 6. And 6/6 is 1. So I've counted by sixths halfway around the circle to 1 pi. Then I've got 7/6, 8/6. 8 over 6 simplifies to 4/3. Then 9/6, which is 3/2. 10/6, which is 5/3, so 5 pi over 3. 11/6, and 12/6, which is 2, so 2 pi. Then I'm going to count by fourths. So these 45s, I'm going to count by fourths. So 0 and then 1/4. 2/4 is 1/2. 3/4. 4/4. 5/4. 6/4. 7/4. And 8/4. So I've filled in all the degrees and all of the radians around the unit circle. Now I'm going to fill in all of the x and y coordinates. So I'm going to start by just putting in spaces for my coordinates. And now I will put in all of the x values. So for the x values, I'm going to start here at the top. Now this is 0 units to the right, so it's 0, and then I'm going to go right. And it's 1 over 2, root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, 1. And then at the bottom, I have 0, 1 over 2, root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, and 1. And then going to the left, I have 0, negative 1 over 2, negative root 2 over 2, negative root 3 over 2, negative 1. And at the top, 0, negative 1 over 2, negative root 2 over 2, negative root 3 over 2, negative 1. The y values count basically the same way. Counting up, we start with a y value of 0, then 1 over 2, root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, 1. And on the left side, 0, 1 over 2, root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, 1. And then the bottom, now our y's are going to be negative. We have 0, negative 1 over 2, negative root 2 over 2, negative root 3 over 2, negative 1. And 0, negative 1 over 2, negative root 2 over 2, negative root 3 over 2, negative 1.